From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your weather at noon.
Hey folks, good afternoon. Welcome to your March 29th edition of your live weather at noon, fresh from Tennessee Valley Weather Center. And I'll tell you what, it's definitely spring out there. Temperatures in the 70s and overcast, right? We've had some sleepy weather out there, still showers ongoing at times. We saw those showers through the morning especially too. Dew points in the 50s, those will continue to rise over the next 24 hours. Winds out of the southeast, 5 to 10 miles an hour, gust to maybe up to 15 at times. So a little breezy, but nothing we can't handle out there. Temperatures right near 60 here in southern middle Tennessee at the moment. Again, winds out of the southeast, almost exactly the same here as a matter of fact. Right now, not seeing a lot of the way of cloud breaks out there, right? Taking a look at the futurecast, next 24 hours kind of has a good handle on things, right? We see those scattered showers across the area. Again, good sleeping weather. If you're tired from working all week, this is good weather to take a nap and just enjoy the day, and that's for sure. We continue to see this through the evening, right? I'd say about sunset to 10 p.m. That's when it starts to break up a little bit. We're not going to be seeing persistent rain all night. Only down to the 60s, though. That cloud cover sticks around, kind of insulates the atmosphere. So when the heat rises in the evening, when we cool down, usually kind of hits that cloud deck when we don't really cool down that much. So we're going to stay in the 60s into tomorrow morning. First and middle half of tomorrow look all right. We do have some isolated patchy showers developing, maybe some rumbles of thunder with those if there's enough instability, but we don't expect too much trouble from those. So heading into and out of church, for example, for Sunday, I think we'll be just fine. Into the overnight hours and into Monday morning, that's a different story. Of course, we're talking this elevated level 3 out of 5 risk of severe weather across all of the Tennessee Valley in that time frame, late tomorrow night into the first half of Monday. Let's walk through the timeline here just a little bit. And we got to give it a little bit of wiggle room because you have to understand we're literally trying to predict the future here, and this time frame is a little waffly, right? We have multiple models we use, and some say well, it'll be this 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, 6 hour period, and some models say it'll be this 4, 5, 6 hour period. So we need to kind of average those out, and we kind of come to a consensus, right? That really is the best way to put it. So as we head into southern middle Tennessee, especially the northern portions of our counties, we're talking up Hohenwald up towards Murray County, 10, 11, midnight or so to 3 a.m., give it a couple hours of wiggle room. That's when we start seeing those first signs of severe weather chances moving on in. State line counties into northwestern Alabama and southern middle Tennessee, that's what we're going to be talking about midnight to 3, 4, 5 in the morning or so. Again, give or take a couple of hours. The key point is that this is very much a nocturnal type thing. And then as we head towards the Wheeler Lake area, I-65 North Alabama, 2, 3, 4 in the morning out towards sunrise on Monday morning itself. So this is definitely one of those, like I said, completely nocturnal events. Notice your timeline. It's pretty much bracketed by all being night, right? So we're going to have loud way to get warnings. I'll discuss that more in just a second. So let's break down those chances. The biggest threat is the damaging wind potential. This could be a real wind maker here across the Tennessee Valley. Damaging winds up to 80 miles an hour. That is some intense wind chances there. We have good soundings for it. If you know how to look for those, you can see the indications of that. And a few tornadoes will be possible. There are some environmental conditions favorable for the development of some of those as that system kind of pushes through, moving in across the area as the front kind of swings through slowly but surely. Hail up to golf ball size, that is possible. I would say that is possible, but we just need to get those updrafts established, right? More so than anything else. It's kind of a level 2 out of 5 risk, give or take. Although we have seen some of those hail systems over the last few weeks overperform in pretty substantial ways. Heavy downpours, of course, might cause some street flooding. We're not talking huge concerns for flooding, but that is definitely something to consider. Turn around, don't drown. That's kind of the situation you want to know there, but I don't think that's a particularly high risk. Again, I think the main threat is that damaging wind and a few tornadoes possible as well. So let's watch this very, very carefully. Again, overnight and into early Monday morning. Again, that's totally overnight, and a lot of us are going to be going to bed, and especially Sunday night and into Monday. Hey, maybe we're going to bed early because we got to go to work. Let's have some ways to get warnings. Of course, best way to keep in touch with us is our app, our free app. You can scan this code here, screenshot this, and it'll just take you to it. Always free all the time. We're never going to charge anything. You guys know that. Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. You can find it there. And I love talking about these NOAA weather radios. They're not too expensive at all. You can get these at the store. And I'll tell you what, these are great for these overnight events because these suckers can wake a dead man from his grave. That much is for sure. They're very, very loud. It's a very simple programming scheme. You can just program it in 10 minutes, if that, 5 minutes. You can find some YouTube tutorials as to how to do that, and you're set for better part of 6 months if the batteries last, right? Just recharge the batteries, you're good to go. These things absolutely rock. So that's a fantastic resource to have for these overnight events because you want a loud way to get warning. So let's go ahead and take a look at the next 7 days, see how the active pattern evolves. Of course, we see this weekend through the rest of the day with those scattered rain chances, and of course into tomorrow evening where those severe chances peak. That's where we really see that first initial batch. And then Wednesday, more chances come on in. There's a little bit of a break for the first half of the week. So Monday, Tuesday don't look too shabby. The storms are moving out of here Monday. Tuesday looks pretty good too. Then again, like I said, we're picking back up with that active pattern. Maybe some of those storms on the stronger side Wednesday. We're going to have to watch that very carefully as well. Thursday, the front kind of just lags behind a little bit. We have a slow-moving front in that midweek time frame. So we'll get past this Sunday one first and then talk more about the midweek. But I think your main takeaway is that we're in this active pattern here to stay for at least the next 4, 5, 6 days. So yeah, just stay with us. We'll keep you updated as to how the forecast evolves. Thanks for joining me here for this forecast update. I'll be back with you guys at 6 and 9 this evening for more Fresh from the Tennessee Valley Weather Center, and I'll speak to you soon.
You're watching the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel.